Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Bad Joey here again with another video, and this time we are talking about the success of The Medium. Before we delve into why The Medium is a success, let's talk a little bit about the game in general. So, what is The Medium? The Medium is a psychological horror game played in third person as Marianne, a medium who can travel into the spirit realm. Being able to inhabit both worlds aids puzzle solving. Her psychic abilities may also be used against hostile forces and are recharged by interacting with energy spots called spirit wells. And now, the plot. At the outset, Marianne is mourning the loss of her adoptive father in a way specific to her particular skill set as a medium. She not only helps with funeral arrangements, she also guides his spirit so he's able to cross over. It's a great setup that immediately shows how she's able to somehow be in two places at once. Almost immediately after, she receives a phone call from a strange man urging her to visit an abandoned hotel where it's rumored that a horrific massacre happened. Totally normal request, right? Marianne, trusting her gut, decides to check things out. Moving on to the gameplay. At its most basic, The Medium plays like a third-person adventure game. You explore small, incredible detailed spaces, collecting items, and solving puzzles. It's the kind of game where most doors are locked or missing handles, so you can't get through until you find the right item. Many of the puzzles are fairly simple. At any given point, you only have a handful of items in your inventory, and movement can be clunky and slow, reminiscent of the original Resident Evil games. It's also the rare big budget game that's light on action. Even though you're thrown into plenty of dangerous situations, you won't have a gun or other weapons for defense. So if you were wondering how long it takes to beat The Medium, well, that will depend on whether or not you want to spend time hunting down all the memos, that's the game's version of the collectibles, that are hidden away in and around the hotel. In that sense, if you're planning on uncovering all of the hotel's secrets, then The Medium should take you roughly about 7 to 8 hours to complete. If, however, you'd prefer to simply enjoy the game's story, then that will take you a good 6 to 7 hours. Which leads us to ask, how many missions are there in The Medium? The Medium is divided into 14 missions of various lengths. Many of these missions consist of a number of objectives which you'll need to complete to move forward. You can discover what your current objective is at any time by opening the item menu. It's important to note though that there are a couple of places, especially in the latter half, where the game doesn't give you any objectives or hints about what to do next, so good luck with that. With the introduction of The Medium out of the way, let's delve into the success of this game. The Medium debuted on Xbox Game Pass, with Microsoft pushing it heavily as one of the first Xbox Series X console exclusive games. While exact figures aren't available, Microsoft pays developers a fee to have their games featured on Game Pass. It's unclear exactly how much Microsoft paid for The Medium or if there was some other kind of deal established between the two companies, but regardless, The Medium's success is impressive. The Medium's sales success hopefully means that Bloober Team pursues a sequel to the game at some point. After all, The Medium's ending does leave the door open for a potential sequel, and it seems safe to say that many would be interested in seeing where the story goes next. However, Bloober Teams has yet to announce its next project, so horror game fans will simply have to wait patiently for more information on that front. Not only has The Medium been a sales success, but the game has also earned mostly positive reviews as well. The Medium reviews have praised the game for being an effective throwback to older horror games from the 90s, while also delivering some impressive next-generation graphics. Perhaps the positive buzz surrounding The Medium played a part in the game becoming such a big sales success in just a matter of days. As it stands, The Medium is the second highest rated game from Bloober Team, behind only Observer. What's interesting is that there is actually a connection between The Medium and Observer, so maybe Bloober Team's next game will also have connections to its previous work, whatever it may be. While the game hit a successful note in the industry, some hardcore game critics did after all find a few loose knots, so let's go through what the critics are saying about The Medium. Sarah Mariah Griffin from The Guardian said that the medium is hugely ambitious and could have been a site for incredible, innovative storytelling. Instead, it fumbles sensitive topics, plot points evaporate into thin air, and characters who are studied closely are left behind and never mentioned again. Even while taking notes, the story became difficult to follow. It took me 12 hours over 3 nights to play, and towards the finale, I was astounded by how a game so short could feel so long. In another honest review, Molly Patterson from EGM says, quote, "Having played more than my share of good, bad, and in-between horror games, I can safely say that the medium is a good, if flawed, new addition to the genre. While they didn't accomplish everything they set out to do, the folks at Bloober Team have come up with some interesting and unique ideas that are ripe for exploring more in the future." Even though this criticism goes against the argument made in this video, the fact remains that the larger bit of the game critics community is actually in favor of the game. Critics in praise of the medium are on about the soundtrack, the atmosphere, and quite a handful of little things found in the game, like the pleasure of arranging trays of photography chemicals and dunking the paper in the right sequence of solutions in order to develop a photo correctly in a dark room. So I suppose the question that you're asking yourself right now is if the medium is coming to PS4 or PS5. Well, the game will not hit PS4 or PS5 at that time, and no PlayStation version has been announced at this time. However, there are some reasons for Sony fans to be hopeful, but only if they've made the leap to the next generation. There's a reason that the medium is likely not coming to Xbox One in any form. Despite being a part of the Xbox Game Pass and available to play on XSX, it's currently not slated for release on Xbox One and almost certainly won't be released on PS4 either. However, a PS5 release is still in the realm of possibility. The big reason the medium wouldn't work on PS4 is the same reason it's not coming to Xbox One. Both of the new consoles use a much faster loading mechanism for games. The medium uses this for its dual reality gameplay. Well, add in ray tracing for lighting and the medium is a next-gen only game unless Bloober changes something. So while it's possible the medium could hit PS5 at some point, it almost certainly won't come to PS4 at any time. The only thing to do for now, if you're asking yourself is the game coming to PS4 or PS5, is to wait for a potential announcement from Bloober Team. It won't hit PS4 without big changes, but a PS5 release is very possible sometime in the future. Alright guys, here's everything you needed to know about the success of the medium. Let us know what you think in the comments down below, and as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more daily videos like this one, and drop us a like to support the channel. See you in the next video. Alright guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Bad Joey here, and today we're gonna talk about Resident Evil Village. So, according to rumor, the new Resident Evil game won't be another remake. Instead, it's set to be a perplexing new entry and potentially controversial. So controversial in fact that the rumor source thinks a lot of people will be pissed off about